Called me the ugly high school graduate and my family disowned me. 10 years later, part 1.
I found them at my sister's wedding. Her husband asked, "Do you know her?" I replied, "More than you think." I'll never forget the expression on their faces when they saw me enter my younger sister Sarah's wedding reception hall. It had been 10 years since they kicked me out of the house. 10 years since my own family decided I didn't deserve to be part of them because I didn't fit their standards of beauty and success. The invitation had arrived at my office 3 weeks ago. An elegant envelope with gold letters announcing the union of Sarah Martinez and Michael Fuentes, son of the city's most important real estate magnate. I stared at that fine paper between my fingers, feeling how the past hit me like a cold wave. After so much time of silence, why now? Why invite me to celebrate family happiness when they themselves destroyed mine? Throughout my adolescence, I was the ugly one in the family. While Sarah was the princess with golden hair and perfect smile, I was the girl with braces, thick glasses, and severe acne. "Lucy, you should try harder with your appearance," my mother constantly repeated, as if my physical appearance were a personal decision and not the result of genes and teenage hormones. My father, a successful businessman obsessed with appearances, barely spoke to me at family dinners. Everything changed that night of my graduation, when I accidentally overheard my father talking on the phone with a business partner. Yes, my daughter Sarah is the family jewel. Unfortunately, the older one is, well, let's say she didn't inherit the good genes. An ugly graduate doesn't reflect well on our family business image. Those words stuck in my heart like poisoned daggers. The humiliation I felt that night was unbearable, but the worst was yet to come. The next day, with tears in my eyes, I confronted my parents. I told them I had heard them, that I knew what they thought of me. Instead of apologizing, my father became furious. "Now you spy on us? What did you expect to hear?" "It's the truth, Lucy. Sarah has always been the public face of this family. You simply don't fit into our plans." My mother, always in his shadow, nodded silently. That same night, I packed my bags and left. There were no calls asking me to return, no apologies, just silence. A month later, I learned from a distant cousin that they had modified the family will to exclude me. The toxic family that had raised me decided I no longer existed. The years passed and revenge became my fuel. Not destructive revenge, but constructive revenge. I moved to another city. I worked multiple jobs while studying business administration. The acne disappeared. I changed my glasses for contact lenses, and my body transformed with exercise and determination. But the most important change was internal. I built my own financial consulting company that, ironically, ended up advising several competitors of the family business. Every step I took was a silent message to those who had rejected me. They didn't need me, but the world did. When I decided to attend the wedding, I didn't do it for reconciliation. I did it for justice. I wanted them to see who I had become despite them, not thanks to them. I put on a red dress that highlighted every curve of my transformed body, discreet but elegant jewelry, and makeup that enhanced the features they once despised. Upon entering the luxurious hotel where the ceremony was being held, I felt all eyes on me. No one recognized me, but everyone wondered who was that woman walking with such confidence. The ceremony was perfect, like everything my family organized. Sarah looked radiant in her designer wedding dress, while Michael, her now husband, looked at her with adoration. From my seat in one of the back rows, I observed my parents, now with gray hair, but with the same expression of superiority I remembered. The reception began, and I decided it was time to make my official entrance into the life they had denied me. I approached the main table, where Sarah and Michael were receiving congratulations. When my turn came, my sister's eyes opened wide. "Lucy?" she whispered with disbelief. Michael, confused, looked at his new wife and then at me. "Do you know her?" he asked. I smiled, feeling the weight of 10 years of silence dissolve in that moment. "More than you think," I replied calmly. "I'm her older sister." "Sister?" Michael stammered, looking alternately at Sarah and me. "You never mentioned you had a sister." The color left Sarah's face, while her eyes silently begged me not to cause a scene. Behind her, I saw how my parents approached with expressions that mixed surprise and horror. "Lucy," my father was the first to speak, forcing a smile that didn't reach his eyes. "What an unexpected surprise. We didn't know if you would come." His voice maintained that controlled tone he used in business meetings when something didn't go according to plan. The toxic family that had rejected me now tried to maintain appearances in front of their new millionaire son-in-law. "I couldn't miss my only sister's wedding, right?" I replied with a polite smile. After all, family is the most important thing. Isn't that what you always said, Dad?